Hello students, in this lecture we will learn that what is dynamic vibration absorber. Okay, so dynamic vibration absorption is a method to reduce the unwanted vibrational effects in case there are some unwanted vibrational effects are developing by application of applying suitable spring mass or spring inertia combination, and it is a very effective method in case you want to isolate the vibrations which are executing, and in case calculated spring mass or spring inertia system is applied, then vibrations, those unwanted vibrations will cease to happen. Okay, so this lecture is divided into two parts. In the first part I will tell you the physical understanding, means how to get a feel that how dynamic vibration absorber works, and in the second part I will take the mathematical concept. Okay, so let's start. What you see over here, that there is a mass, you can see, and there is a spring whose spring constant is k, and there is another mass which is made up of permanent magnet. Okay, this green colored mass is a permanent magnet and which has some mass. Okay, now I have applied an electromagnet also. Okay, by applying electrical power we can develop magnetic field in this electromagnet which can push and pull this permanent magnet. Okay, you can see this is the north and south of this permanent magnet. Okay, and we can apply varying electrical power with varying polarity. Okay, so that according to requirement north and south and with a particular strength can be developed in this electromagnet. Okay, now suppose this mass, yellow colored mass, starts executing SHM, and at a time it is going in upward direction like this. So you can see this spring is compressed. Suppose due to that compression 50 Newton of force is developed on this permanent magnet. Okay, so at the same time if the electromagnet develops north, okay, north repel each other, and the strength of magnetic field is of such level so that 50 Newton push force is developed over this permanent magnet. What will happen? This magnet will not move because the amount of force applied by the spring, the same amount of anti force is applied by this electromagnet. Okay, similarly in case this mass is moving in opposite direction, you can see this spring is elongated, and due to this elongation suppose it is pulling this mass. Okay, and suppose the amount of pull is 50 newtons. Okay, again we can change the polarity of electromagnet and strength can be developed according to requirement, so that here south is developed on this electromagnet and 50 Newton pull force is developed. Okay, now forces are balanced, still this mass will remain stationary because the forces are balanced. Okay, now we know this thing, when this mass, yellow colored mass, will vibrate, okay, its frequency of vibration will be root k by m. This we know by principle of simple harmonic motion. K is spring constant, m is the mass. Okay, so it means it will impart its force on this permanent magnet sinusoidally. Okay, so in case anti force is developed by this electromagnet with equal and opposite amount, okay, and sinusoidal fashion, in that case what will happen? This mass, this magnet mass, will remain stationary because whatever force is applied by this spring, the same reverse force, anti force is applied by this electromagnet, and since the force is applied on this permanent magnet by the help of a spring is sinusoidal, so same sinusoidal anti force has to be developed by electromagnet. Okay, in that case this permanent magnet will remain stationary because forces are balanced. This is what the principle of dynamic vibration absorber. Now how it works I am telling. Suppose that these are two masses, you can see m1 and m2, and this is double degree of freedom vibration. Okay, two springs are there with the spring constants k1 and k2. These are the masses m1 and m2. Okay, now what happens, that suppose disturbing vibrational forces are developed on this mass m1 due to vibration of mass m2. Mass m2 will vibrate sinusoidally, so sinusoidal force is developed on this mass m1, and we are considering those forces to be disturbing on mass m1, is whatever force which are supplied by this spring mass system k2 and m2. Okay, now in case we want to isolate the vibrations, means we don't want the m1 to vibrate because of this k2 and m2, we can apply an anti force, okay, of sinusoidal fashion, so that whatever forces which are imparted by this second spring on this mass m1, the same anti force is developed sinusoidally by this applied force from external source. Okay, and you know this thing, that the frequency of vibration of this mass m2 would be omega equals to root k2 by m2. Okay, so with this frequency it is imparting its force on m1 with same frequency, you can see omega over here, with same frequency if the forces are applied on m1, okay, in equal and opposite amount, again sinusoidally same frequency. Okay, then the forces will be balanced and this mass will not vibrate. Okay, now let's take it in reverse manner. We have to think in reverse manner. Suppose that there is a mass m1, there is no second spring and second mass, and this is acting as a disturbing force. F equals to f naught sin omega t. Okay, these are the sinusoidal disturbing force which are applied on mass m1. Due to this applied force, this mass will start vibrating, and we want to stop it. So what we have to do? Now we have to apply the same spring, okay, of spring constant k2 and mass m2, okay, so that the omega of vibration of that spring mass system is equal to the omega, the angular frequency of the applied disturbing force. Okay, so in case we are taking that this is the spring mass system with k2 and m2, okay, it is disturbing this mass and executing vibration, then this will act as an isolator, f equals to f naught sin omega t. And in case we are taking f equals to f naught sin omega t is acting as a disturbing force on this mass m1, then this spring mass system will act as a isolator for this mass m1, so vibrations will be isolated. This is what principle of dynamic vibration absorber. Now let's take the mathematical concept. As I told you in my last lecture, in case you have not seen that, that is over here, means the lecture for double degree of freedom, forced double degree of freedom. Directly I will take the expressions, the relations, and then I will talk about the dynamic vibration absorber. Okay, this is our 2 degree of freedom system. You can see m1 and m2, these are the springs k1, k2 and k3. Okay, so by application of this force, you can see this sinusoidal force applied on mass m1. Okay, then these two masses are vibrating. Okay, and the masses are vibrating, definitely they have some amplitude with them, because they are vibrating sinusoidally, they must have some amplitude. So amplitude capital X1 and capital X2, the expression is this: capital X1 equals to k2 plus k3 minus m2 omega square f naught upon this entire expression. Similarly, amplitude of mass m2 is equals to this much k2 f naught and this entire expression. Okay, now in case I am removing this third spring, this, okay, then our vibrating system will be this. I have removed the third spring, only 2 springs are there. Now suppose this is the disturbing force which is applied over mass m1. Okay, our amplitude expressions will be, the k3 will be removed. Anywhere if k3 is there, since our third spring is removed, so k3 is removed, so our amplitude expression is this k2 minus m2 omega square f naught and this entire expression in the denominator. Similarly over here also k2 f naught upon this entire expression. Now what we have to do, we want this m1 not to vibrate due to application of this disturbing force. Then what we have to do, we have to make the amplitude of mass m1 0. So to make the amplitude 0, we have to make this numerator 0. So in case you are keeping k2 minus m2 omega square equals to 0, what you will get? Omega equals to k2 by m2. Okay, so you can see over here that this is the frequency of vibration of the second mass, and frequency of disturbing forces are same. In this case what will happen, this k2 and m2 system, this spring mass system, will act as an isolator, as a dynamic vibration absorber for this disturbing force. Okay, so this is the principle of dynamic vibration absorber of any system. You can isolate the vibrations just by applying a spring mass system. Now second thing is, you can see over here that omega equals to root k2 by m2. Okay, so k2 and m2 can have several combinations, and in fact infinite combinations which will give same omega. Okay, k2 is spring constant, m2 is mass. Okay, spring constant and mass. In case you are taking mass to be suppose 100 units and k2 to be 200 units, you will get what? Root 2 omega. And in case k2 to be 400 and mass to be 200, still you will get root 2 omega. Okay, so there are several combinations. Question is that what mass and spring constant we must keep over here? The answer is, we know this thing that this mass m2 is vibrating with simple harmonic motion. Okay, so acceleration in simple harmonic motion is given by what? Minus omega square x. Omega is the frequency of vibration and x is the displacement from the mean position. Okay, in terms of magnitude we can remove this negative. Acceleration is omega square x. Now when this mass is at amplitude, okay, then in place of x we can write amplitude a, so it will have maximum magnitude of acceleration, that is equals to omega square a. Okay, so at that maximum point, the force on the mass will be f naught, maximum force. Okay, so here it is f naught, so f naught will be m2 a naught. Okay, because mass into acceleration is what force is. In place of a naught, in case I am writing a omega square a, I will get m2 a omega square. Okay, now we know this thing, this is the maximum force f naught, which is a constant, and omega is also a constant. Okay, so constant equals to constant, it means m2a into omega square is also constant. So m2 into a has to be fixed. Now suppose we are taking very low amount of mass, m2 is very less. In that case a has to be big. Okay, so big A means this mass will start vibrating with big amount of this amplitude. Okay, so it will require higher amount of space then, because it needs some space, more space to accommodate that amplitude. Okay, and in case we are taking very high amount of mass, that amplitude will be lower, but in that case mass will be higher, so heavy system will be there, so we have to compromise something in between. So usually this ratio, how to find out how much mass we have to keep, this ratio is kept in this range 0.05 to 0.25. Okay, so it depends upon what is the m1 on which the disturbing frequency is applied for vibrating. Okay, once we have the information of m1, then any number you can choose between these two, you can fix the m2. Once you are fixing the m2, okay, then k2 is automatically fixed, because we have to make this mass vibrate with this omega. Okay, so omega equals to root k2 by m2. So once we are fixing the m2, k2 is fixed, so by this way we can calculate what will be the spring constant of this second spring to isolate the vibrations which are developing on m1. Okay, so finally we can conclude that if f naught sin omega t is the disturbing force on mass, any mass m1, okay, then to reduce the vibration or to make it zero, we have to apply a spring mass system of mass m2 and spring equals to k2, and k2 is equals to omega square m2. M2 I have already told how to find out m2. Okay, and this spring mass system m2 k2 will act as a dynamic vibration absorber. So hope by this lecture you would have understood that what is dynamic vibration absorption and what is dynamic vibration absorber. Thank you.